What's up, friends, and welcome back. I could not sleep last night because I am so excited to share what I think is a Scream 5 epiphany that I had last night. I literally woke up at 3 a.m. was like, can I record this video yet? And all day I've just been like waiting to get this out there. I actually have chills. Like, is that embarrassing? Should I be concerned that I'm that obsessed with Scream? Before I get into it, make sure, as usual, that you guys subscribe, you like, you comment. I am actually going to do a giveaway for my book, True Crime Nursery Rhymes. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, follow me on Instagram at True Crime Nursery Rhymes and visit the website, truecrimenurseryrhymes.com. It's a fun, beautifully, brightly illustrated, quirky, creepy, weird book. It features 5 different tales of true crime that we all know and love, but they're made into fun little nursery rhymes. It's a great Christmas gift for the true crime lover. It's kind of hard to find unique gifts for those true crime fans. Like, they either have it all or everything's just kind of lame. So I tried to make something that every true crime lover will get a kick out of, that isn't too gruesome, but is also funny and has a lot of hidden details that true crime fans will know and love and be able to relate to. Anyway, subscribe and like this video to be entered to win your free copy of True Crime Nursery Rhymes book number 1, a wonderful, beautiful hardcover version. Anyway, Scream news, let's get to it. So, I have 2 quick little fixes from my previous video about the Scream 5 cast. I skipped over Mikey Madsen, who I love that name, and I think she is stunning. So when I found out that she was cast, I was like, cool, I liked her. I think she's going to be really unique, really fun. And she is playing a character named Amber Freeman, which, as far as I know, I can't relate that last name to any other characters in the Scream franchise. So I'm assuming she's just brand new, no relation to anybody that we've ever met in the Scream series. Then we've got Chester Tam, who is playing Deputy Vincent. I previously mentioned that there was another deputy, but I didn't have his name yet. It's been a few weeks since his name was released, so there it is. I really hope that they keep these deputies in the film. We need some more characters to fall in love with instead of just killing all of the new cast members. Like, let's keep some of them and grow this franchise again. Now, moving on to what I am so excited about. I don't know if I'm like late to this news or if I just didn't put 2 and 2 together or what was going on, but the 2 characters, Chad and Mindy, are twins. I heard this previously, but I never mentioned it, I don't believe, in my videos. So they are twins, and we now have their last names. In my last video, as far as I knew, we didn't have their last names, so we didn't know who they were related to, if they were related to anyone of importance, and now we know the truth. Their last names are Meeks Martin. That's right, Randy Meeks. Randy, remember Randy? Everyone's favorite little horror movie loving goofball? His sister Martha, who appeared in Scream 3, she is married, and in the film we know that her last name is Meeks Martin, hyphenated, and now we have her children's last name, Meeks Martin. Chad and Mindy are twins. They are Randy's niece and nephew. This could mean so many things. It's such a small detail, but it could mean so much. So I'm going to break down what I think this means, what I think that it reveals, how it got the wheels in my brain turning, and I really think that I know the motive of the new Ghostface killers and what this whole new series is going to be about. So first of all, I think this means we're going to get another Randy video. We know that he is infamous for knowing the rules of horror movies, of more than just horror movies, but he leaves these videos behind, and I think we're going to get another one that might relate to reboots, that might relate to restarting a franchise, something along those lines, and perhaps even his niece and nephew, Chad and Mindy, find these tapes, and they are maybe either inspired to rebel against Ghostface or join Ghostface. I think that would be a really interesting take on it. Maybe Randy has all of these videos about the rules to survive a horror movie, but his niece and nephew are going to take those rules and just completely go against them, and maybe they'll be Ghostface. I think it would be really neat to have twins as Ghostface, but also they are people of color. We haven't had any people of color be the killers. Like, why do they always gotta be white? Let's spice it up a little bit. So I'm here for that theory. Like, I think that would be really interesting, unexpected for Randy's niece and nephew to be the killers. Also, people are speculating that Martha Meeks may be the opening kill. So are they going to kill their own mother, their own father? Will they be the survivors? Will they be Ghostface? We don't know, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get some more Randy videotapes. All right, this is where it gets juicy for me. This is what I'm stoked about. I think the new film is going to be about closing off one chapter and starting a brand new one. Maybe closing off one book and starting a brand new book, or closing off one movie and starting a new movie. What I mean by that is cutting any ties and any relation to the original Scream. The survivors, the people that were murdered, the people that are related to the victims. I think this new Ghostface just wants to get rid of anyone related to the original Woodsboro massacre. So we know, sort of know, that there is going to be one Ghostface who is the main Ghostface, and then there's going to either be 1, 2, 3, who knows how many of other Ghostfaces. I am thinking that the original Ghostface is someone that is related to, not by family, not by blood, but somehow related to the original Woodsboro massacre with Billy and Stu. Maybe it is Stu. We know that everyone wanted him to come back and he was supposed to return in Scream 3 from prison. Maybe they're going to do it this time and he is back and he is the I guess, original Ghostface who wants to, once and for all, finish off everyone that survived and anyone that is related to someone that survived, or even anyone that's related to some of the victims. So when we think about it, we have Maureen Prescott. The only person who's alive, as far as we know of, unless she has other children, is Sydney. So Ghostface wants to get rid of Sydney, as per usual. We have Gail Weathers. We don't know a lot about Gail's family. Does she have siblings? Does she have nieces and nephews? Does she have a mother and father? Like, what is her background? But I'm assuming this original Ghostface is going to want to get rid of Gail Weathers. We have Dewey. He was related to Tatum, so he's the only leftover person related to Tatum, one of the victims. He was also a survivor, so he wants to get rid of him completely. Beyond that, Casey Becker. We know that there's going to be a character with the last name Mackenzie. The Mackenzies were the neighbors to the Beckers. I don't know if there's any family relation or whatnot, but for some reason I feel like there's going to be a bit of a connection to Casey Becker. Is there anybody left over from her family that needs to die? Stephen North. Is there anybody left over from his family that needs to die? Even the cameraman, Gail Weathers' cameraman from the first film, how is he related? How did he tie into the story? I know that he was just kind of in the way, but does he have family in Woodsboro? Does he know anybody? I mean, I kind of doubt that. That's a bit of a stretch, but that's just an example of anybody who was living from the original film needs to get taken out. Anybody who was a victim in the original film and has family members that are still living needs to get taken out. That's what I think the main Ghostface wants to do, because we have these new Ghostface killers that want to start their very own legacy. They don't want their Woodsboro massacre to be tainted by the original Woodsboro massacre. We know that we're getting a new story, a new motive, a new reason for killing, a whole new tale that I really hope is as deep and pulls us in as much as the Maureen Prescott and Sidney Prescott tale did. So I'm thinking, well, these 2 or 3 new Ghostfaces are creating this new legacy for themselves, that the original Ghostface is kind of like in the background telling them, well, you got to kill Sydney and Gail first so that your new story, your new serial killing spree doesn't get tainted. The spotlight isn't taken away from you and what you're trying to accomplish because we have Sydney who always takes up all the attention. I think that would be genius. I think I'm a freaking genius, let me tell you. We've also never really heard what happened to Stu's family. Did he have any siblings? Where did his parents go? We know that part of the film is going to take place at Stu's house, which we saw in the original film. Will it be abandoned? Will there be a party there? Will his family still be there? I picture him just being out of jail and living in that house, maybe on a lockdown. It's been 25 years. He could have pled insanity. He could have got 20 years, 25 years, 10 years, and he's just living back there in secret. Can you imagine Sydney and Gail finding out, I don't know why I didn't include Dewey there. Sydney, Gail, and Dewey finding out that Stu was alive, out of prison, living in his same house where everything went down. They walk up, knock on the door, and he opens it and is like, sorry about it, but I'm back to finish what I started. Like, that would, I think, blow everyone's mind. I also mentioned before what happened to Billy's mom. What I meant about this was, we don't know when Billy's mom left Woodsboro. We don't know when Billy's father had an affair with Maureen Prescott, Sydney's mother. Billy's mom left him, abandoned him. We know that. It could have been when he was 5. It could have been when he was 8. It could have been when he was 15. We know that in the original Scream, she was nowhere to be found. I always assumed he was maybe 12, 13 years old, max 15 when his mom left town, and we come to meet her, Mrs. Loomis, in Scream 2. And there's been a long time that has passed. There's been a long period of time that has passed since she left Woodsboro. Did she have more children? Did she remarry? What did she do? We know that she met Mickey. We know that she kind of sculpted him into a crazy psychopath killer. But other than that, we don't know a lot about Billy's family or his background. So I'm thinking they're also going to go down that avenue to kind of get rid of anybody that could be left over related to Billy. So that pretty much sums up my theories and my thoughts. We have an OG main Ghostface killer who is out to get the original characters. Anyone that survived from the original Woodsboro Massacre. And then we have his or her followers, who are the new Ghostface killers that want to place their mark in the serial killer Hall of Fame and be the new Ghostface killers, but they don't want their new legacy tainted by the original Woodsboro Massacre. So they are creating their own avenue, their own trilogy of films, once they get rid of anyone left over from the first Scream. And that is also why I think Dewey and Gale will die. I don't know why. I think both of them are going to die. I don't think Sydney will die in this first film. I think maybe the next one or the third one after that she's going to die. I really do think that she will if they are starting a new legacy, a new storyline with all these new characters. They can't keep going on with these characters forever. But I do think that Dewey and Gale are going to die in this film. We love them together. And can you imagine if one of them dies and one doesn't? It would be best for them both to die so they can be together on the other side. That's just what I think. I don't know why I really think that. I just feel it in my Scream-obsessed bones, really. So let me know your thoughts down below. I really want to hear from you guys if you think there's any validity to these theories. If there's anything I missed, of course, please let me know, because we know a lot of times I miss some stuff. I would love to know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if my theories kind of spawn some new thoughts for you. What do you think that this main Ghostface killer is trying to do in Scream 5? And what do you think his followers or these new Ghostface killers are trying to do, if it's not related at all? Or are we going to have two separate groups of Ghostface killers going after two separate people? Also mind-blowing. Again, subscribe, like, comment, tick that bell button so you know when I post something new. Follow me on Instagram at True Crime Nursery Rhymes. And until next time, I'll be back.